The other day, right after chapel, a fellow professor came up to me and Ethan Mathews and said, "Are you two brothers?" I said, "I don't think so." The professor went on, he said, "Seriously?" Then he stared at us, his eyes going back and forth, as if he gazed upon a natural wonder. The whole experience got me thinking, what if Ethan was my brother? Then I thought, no, even better, what if he was my son? First thing, it would have to be through immaculate conception. Because according to the chapel professor, Ethan's genetic signature is identical to mine, diluted by the signature of no other person. Yes, immaculate conception would lead to immaculate birth, but since I don't want to physically give birth a try, ever, not even to a tadpole, and especially not a human-shaped football, I want the miracle of Ethan to have been directed at some kind of pod growing in my garden, something that looked like a watermelon and a tuba. I would daily water my water tuba. I would read great books to it at night. And then one fine day, out would slide a tender, full-grown Ethan. I would teach him to walk, to speak. Then on an evening like this, in the far future, I'd give him my commandments for life. Because Ethan, even the sci-fi Ethan born out of a miraculous, immaculate pod, would be an RP. And RPs love anything that starts with "thou shalt not." But because I am Ethan's pod father in this hypothetical situation, and remember, it's immaculate, I didn't enter into any marriage contract with the watermelon tuba, I have the power to switch things up a bit, so I'll give him my "thou shalt" list. And there are only 4. Ethan, thou shalt remember me when you are a famous pastor, when you look into the cameras and deliver words to the masses. I want you to look at all those faces and see me, not them. This will help you love them. Thou shalt marry someone who thinks I'm cool. So at Geneva class reunions, when I talk to you and am being humorous, she is not a drag on the conversation. Thou shalt name one of your children after me. If the child is a boy, name him Daniel. If the child is a girl, name her Daniel. It's a strange name for a girl, I don't care. Thou shalt dedicate your first book to me. I've written the dedication for you. I dedicate this work to Daniel Philip Williams. When we met, my life began. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Mathews.
Watermelon pod child. I was just talking to Peter right before we started this thing. We both agreed that half the reason why we're here is for our introductions from Dan Williams. And I was not disappointed. So, I have 3 poems to read tonight. All 3 of them are free verse poems, which is the term that I give my poetry because it has no rhyme or reason besides that which I give. Even after taking our poetry class, I still don't know what free verse is. So
That's his fault, not mine.
And so, the first one is very short. It is based off of a mountain in Scotland that I visited. The second one is actually going to be published in the Chimes, so get the Chimes. And third is a poem that I've edited and worked on and kind of kept away in a binder for the past couple of years, but this will be the first time that it's been read out to the public. And so we'll have some fun. All right, so the first poem is called Ben Nevis, which in Scottish-ish means Mount Nevis. The clouds passed steadily over its snow-covered cap. They raced across the world to complete infinite laps. The mountain remains unmoved, fixed. High above, on the top, his eyes sit covered, blinded by the clouds rushing past. Some days, he can get a glance, a peek at the world of reality. Most days, the clouds swirl around, only working to keep his head frozen, buried in the snow. He dreams of sun, of light, to see the people below dance in delight. He sits unmoved. This second one is quite a bit longer. As my friends know very well, I'm very long-winded. And so the fact that I have a short poem is a rarity. And so bear with me, these next two are quite lengthy, both free verse. They're also divided up into sections, being led with a number. So when you hear a random number pop up while I'm speaking, it means it's the next section. It's not actually part of the poem. So when you're trying to figure out symbolism and whatnot, they have nothing to do with it. All right, so new man, ... question mark? 1. Breathe in, breathe out. Just trying to breathe today. I don't know if I'm fooling myself and thinking it's a game to play. I thought it was free. Thought, man, I'm done. It's over now. I'm finally in control. Someone is in my brain. Who is it? Not me. I'm thinking someone else's voice, writing with someone else's hand, breathing someone else's air, beating someone else's heart. This ain't me. Yet, I refuse to accept that last sentence. That lie he tries to tell me, the one that gets my heart going. He tries to toy with me, to get me to say what I don't believe, what I know ain't true. He's a liar. But God, it's so hard to believe when I can't hear, when I can't think. 2. Somehow it seems easier now. Let me start that over again. Somehow it seems easier now. So much easier in the wasteland. I could play the game. Breathe in the toxic air. Deep, deep, deep breath of that good stuff. I knew what it would do, inside and out. Mess up my head. My only thoughts either do it, don't do it. Give in, don't give in. Mess up my heart. Pumping up junk, clogging the clogs. So much grease, so much goop. I am a man now. Not a man run by a madman. Not a machine run by a madman. A liar, a murderer. I've got my heart back, my mind back, my body back. 3. It seems so foreign to me. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't feel right. Like a suit too tight or a dress too short. I feel all exposed, bursting out of the seams. I don't feel right, man. It's tiring trying to lug this big old thing around. It feels awkward. I don't think it's mine. The heartbeat haunts me. How can my own heart haunt me? How can my heartbeat haunt me? It makes me nervous. I hear it in my ear. This body doesn't feel like me anymore. I don't feel right, man. I don't feel right, man. I don't feel right, man. I'm feeling the wrong things. I'm losing it. I've lost my body. I've lost my heart. I'm losing my mind. But I saved my life, right? Right? End. So this will be the last one. It's a little bit shorter than 15 minutes. But this one's called Dear Stranger. 1. Hello, stranger. Do you see me? Do you notice? Can you see my pain? Can you see my confusion that plagues my mind? Can you see the storm that is behind my bloodshot eyes? You see, I've tried to do what's right. I did what I thought was right, and yet it haunts me in the night, marked by tears and sometimes fright. I'm too weak, too idolatrous. My mind, my mouth filled with lies. I know you see them in my eyes. Fear, fear, fear. Do you hear me, oh stranger? Do you know my pain? One who has to live not ready. One who never stops dealing pain. Stranger, that is me. 2. The noticing regard. The simple, hey Ethan. I don't even remember your name. Yet you, unprompted, said hello. I, a stranger. Why? Who am I to you? I have given you nothing. Never loved you, never needed you, never wanted you. We spoke only once, said hello in passing. You were her friend, not mine. And once that was over, you have no interest, no more significance. I don't mean to be rude, but I never connected to you. But you reached out to me. You touched me through words. You called me by my name. Even some of my friends just say hello, not hey Ethan, with energy and excitement. Who are you? Who am I? 3. Stranger, your name is true. Strange to me, strange indeed. Your actions throw me off. Acceptance with nothing to prove. A smile unearned, recognition with delight. Strange, strange, strange. Who am I that you looked on me? That you should smile at me? That I, unknown to you, should mean enough for a smile? Who am I? You don't know me. You don't know it's dangerous to know me. You don't know the endless pain I've caused. You don't know how disgusting I am. You don't know how unworthy I am of that smile. Who am I? Breath. Several days, several hours, the minutes tick on by. Your words escape my memory, or were they pushed out? Either way, stranger, I forgot about you. Yet, you started me on a quest, a chance, a breath. Again I turn. Who am I? Yet, what did I find? 4. Pain. It's a funny thing, stranger. It doesn't cause laughter. It doesn't cause joy. It lingers like a shadow, always attached, never letting go. Sometimes it disappears, turns invisible in the sun, in the light. Yet, when the clouds form, the shadow returns, clinging to your every step. Pain, urged on by longing, confusion, conflict, destroys the mind. Seek out that which numbs it. These are in quotations. Bring out the wine, bring out the women. Let me dance in gluttony, in the strong drink. I will rise up to play. Oh, that I was cast into utter darkness, where I could see clearly, for there is nothing confusing when all you see is black. Yes, destruction. Yes, murder. Yes, pleasurable things. Pain only ends in death, right? So let me eat, drink, and play with the women. Let me fall into endless pleasure, for it is better than standing pain. Let me be consumed, poured out, used. Let me become numb. Oh, something, give me something to never feel again. 5. You see my inmost thoughts. You see what I am capable of. I am deathly ill, sick in the head, my mind lost to my disease. I am no one. How can I be someone if I know not who I am? Am I? Do I am? Existence, does it evade me? Have I identity? For that matter, am I the shadow? Pain's shadow, clinging to it because I cannot let it go. I am dangerous. I am the one who causes pain because it is my life. Is it? I have nothing else. 6. Yet, there is you, the stranger, the one who reached out, who touched my tender heart. No, you were not quiet, but there was a gentle whisper in your words, a voice not yours. Interesting. A small ray of light in your dim radiance, a small breeze of air in your gusts that stirred me, slapped me. Interesting. Who are you, stranger? Who am I? Thank you, stranger. I know myself a little more because of you. I have hope. Because in spite of all the pain and the secret evils of my heart, you love me still. And that gives me hope. Thank you. End.